The phone rang at 3:11 a.m. I let it buzz against the table 3 times before I answered. The voice on the other end was weak, rasping. "Please, I need water." I closed my eyes, listening to the ragged pull of breath through cracked lips. That sound, I'd heard it before. In deserts, in prison cells, in nameless bunkers scattered across continents. It was the sound men made when the body had already begun negotiating with death. "Say my daughter's name," I whispered. Silence. Then a broken stammer. I didn't touch her. I swear." My grip on the phone tightened until the plastic creaked. 6 nights earlier, I had found her shoe. The FBI reports said rescued, but the photographs told the truth. Her hollow eyes, her bruised wrists, her hair matted with blood. A senator's son ran the ring, and the senator himself called me personally. His words still burned in my ears. "Forget you had a daughter." I hung up that night and became the very thing they once feared me for. By dawn, 12 guards lay scattered in crimson silence. My daughter's captor awoke in darkness, shackled in steel, a gallon of water placed beside him. I left him only one thing, my number. And now he called. And I answered. For 20 years, I had operated black sites the world pretended didn't exist. Men screamed there until silence became their language. But none of them had ever touched what was mine. Until him. When the senator's smug voice slid down the line that night, something inside me shifted. I had faced terrorists, warlords, traitors. I thought I understood betrayal. But betrayal is different when it breathes through the phone and says, "Your blood is disposable." I stood outside the hospital glass, staring at my daughter. Machines clicked beside her, keeping her steady. She couldn't meet my eyes. Shame was carved across her 16-year-old face, shame that didn't belong to her. That was the betrayal. Not only what they did to her, but how they made her believe it was hers to hide. And her captor, the senator's son, smiled in the booking photos. Confident, protected, shielded by his father's power. I knew then that the law wouldn't hold him, but silence would. I planned quietly, methodically. Surveillance grids assembled in my mind. I tracked their routines, vehicles, guard rotations, the careless patterns of privileged boys playing soldier with guns they hadn't earned. I moved as I had in Cairo, in Kabul, in the shadows where even light dared not linger. One by one, the guards fell. Not loud, not messy. A whisper of steel. A bullet at close range. Some saw my face before the end. Most didn't. The senator's son woke inside a shipping container. The air was heavy, rust pressing against his lungs. A gallon of water gleamed under the dim light. Just 1 gallon. Survival reduced to mathematics. I gave him nothing else. No threats. No speeches. Just the number. Because waiting, too, is an interrogation. Day 3, he didn't call. Day 4, he screamed into the void. Day 5, he sobbed like a child. And on day 6, he broke. I can't breathe in here. Please. I'll say anything you want. Say her name, I repeated. And he did. Whispered it. Shaking, as though the word itself was poison. I pressed the phone tighter to my ear, studying every pause, every hesitation. They told me more than his words. He wasn't just scared, he was unraveling. "Your father can't hear you," I said. "Not here. Not now. You're not untouchable." The line went quiet. Then came a sob, the sound of certainty dissolving. That was the truth. Not the paperwork. Not the politics. The truth was in the fracture of his voice. I didn't go back for him. I didn't need to. Instead, I sent his father the recording. 36 seconds of his air crying in the dark, begging me for life. The senator called me 5 minutes later. His once smug voice was hollow now. "What do you want?" "Nothing," I said. "You've already given me everything." And I hung up. I let silence choke him, the kind of silence no office, no power, no campaign could erase. Because in politics, weakness is blood in the water. And his son's voice would bleed him dry. I sat at my daughter's bedside as she slept. Her chest rose and fell, steady now. Safe. I thought I'd feel rage. I thought I'd feel triumph. But I felt nothing. Because victory isn't joy. It's absence. Absence of threat. Absence of fear. She would heal slowly. The senator would rot publicly. And his son would never forget the sound of my silence on the other end of that line. Some wars are fought with armies. Some with laws. Mine ended with a phone ringing in the dark. And when I answered, it wasn't mercy I gave him. It was truth, sharpened into silence. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.